I have Mr. Schmidt here with me, and I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions about the fire drills.
Of course.
What was the issue last year with the fire alarm system?
Anytime you're in a building like ours, in which you house, 2,000 people probably, 1,700 or so of which are students, the fire alarm system that you install has to be one that is sensitive and that obviously works appropriately. Well, depending on how sensitive each individual sensor is in a given part, if it's a place that, like, for instance, it might be more sensitive in a science lab than it would be in a classroom, based on what it's done. So, in some of the areas last year which the alarms are more sensitive, something, whether or not, triggered it. And sometimes, as a building, until a fire alarm is triggered, we don't necessarily know how sensitive it is on our end. So if a fire alarm is triggered because of an aerosol can goes off, well, if we know that, then we can go back and fix that. And I think we had that situation once last year. But in general, alarms go off, and it's all about student safety. As a student, or as students, how would you feel if we had an alarm system that was not a good one, and we had a fire and it wasn't activated? To me, that is much more of an issue than if an alarm is overly sensitive.
Thank you. Are these accidental alarms, or is it something we should be concerned about?
No, I wouldn't say that they're accidental. I guess the question is your term accidental. In other words, are these alarms that are going off for no reason? No. They're going off based on being the area that they're in and how sensitive. Does that need to be tweaked from time to time? Yes. However, once again, you're dealing with student safety. In my mind, it's never, you can never be too safe. Let's put it that way. But I don't think it's anything to be worried about.
And what do you think are some of the long-term effects of the constant alarms?
I don't know if they're constant. I think last year, at the beginning of the year, we had a 2 or 3 week stretch where we had some. But this year it's been much different. The couple that we've had have been for good reason. I think the long-term effect is time on learning. No one likes to be pulled out of class. No one likes to lose 20 minutes a day. But at the same time, if an alarm goes off, we can't say, oh no, that was it, unless we're working on it and we let teachers know ahead of time. So if losing a little time on learning means that students are safe, that's the most important thing, I think. So we have to kind of roll with the punches, and if there are glitches, we need to make sure that they're all set. We're going to head into a 2-year stretch where we're probably going to have a lot of interruptions, we'll say. Hopefully we can manage that as best as possible, but we all need to be flexible.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.